Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. यज ज्ञात्वान पुनर्मोहम एवं यास्यसि पांडव येन भूतान्यशेषेण द्रक्षसि आत्मनि यथा मयि. The ultimate in the spiritual attainment is this. First, yaj jnatva punaha moham na yasyasi. Once having known the truth subjectively and correct understanding, one is no more deluded thereafter. First principle. Second thing, what will be the experience like? The experience will be yena, by which bhutani asheshena atmani drashyasi. You will be able to recognize that you are the substratum of the totality, and as the substratum is not influenced by the superimpose, like the ornaments are not a burden for the gold, waves are not a burden for the ocean. In the same manner, life will not be a burden for us. Just in the afternoon, I received a phone call. Swamiji, I am depressed and I feel like committing suicide. So please bless me. I said, what is the proof that you are depressed? How do you prove that you are depressed? I don't feel like doing anything. I said, then you are lazy. There is no depression. No, I don't feel like doing anything in my life. I feel what is the need of the life? I must end it. I said, you take nice food, go for a movie and fight with somebody whomsoever you come across. All your glory for the life and living will come out. This kind of thing is nothing but carrying the load of the world on our head. Because either I am not being given attention, or there is no charm in my life. What is there to live for? These are all the luxuries of depression. Therefore, the life no more becomes a burden thereafter. And this knowledge is applicable and available for everyone. No exception. Api chedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakrittamaha. Because what is the highest sin that we all have done is mistaken identity. That is the highest sin. So, the moment identity is corrected, all the problems born out of mistaken identity are burnt away. And this is what is said in the 37th verse. Jnanam katham nashayati papam iti sadrushtantam uchyate. How the knowledge burns away all the sins is explained through an example. Yathai dhansi samidhognihi bhasmasat kurute arjuna jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. Now here is very important principle that is being expounded by Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Yatha edhansi kasthani. Edhansi means the wood which is offered in the fire. Yatha edhansi kasthani samiddaha samyak iddaha deeptaha. Samiddaha means well burned. Yatha, just as the wood is offered in the fire and it is well burned, samiddaha, agni bhasmasad, bhasmi bhavam kurute. So samiddaha agni. So the samiddaha goes with the agni. So samiddaha is therefore is well lit or well burnt agni, fire. So like the well lit fire deeptaha agni, yatha edhansi bhasmi bhavam kurute. Just like the well lit fire burns away the wood, jnanam eva agnihi, and his knowledge is also the fire. Therefore jnanagnihi. Sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute, also burns away all the karmas. Now here the understanding about bhasmasat kurute, burns away, means what? See, wood is burned easier to understand because it is an object. It is added in the fire and reduced to ashes. You can very easily understand. Now this sin of wrong identity, this sin is not an object, and the fire of knowledge is not a fire wherein you are putting something. Therefore, what is the meaning of the sins are burnt away? Bhagavan Shankara says, nirbiji karoti ityarthaha. See? Nirbiji karoti means what? Karma has two aspects. One aspect is that it will create the impression, karma phala. What is the karma phala? Karma phala is not outside, karma phala is always in our mind. So, any karma leading to the impression on the mind is called as karma phala. And that impression on the mind becomes the seed for the next action. So, nirbiji karoti means what? That means the karma will be done, but there will be no impression left on the mind. See how beautiful it is said. So, it is not that nirbiji karo or bhasmi karoti, that means something is burnt. No. It is something like this. You know, we take the horse gram and few of them are kept as such and few of them are roasted. Now those which were kept as such, they are put in little water overnight and they use as seeds for the plants. And the roasted grams are also used as seeds for growing the plants. So what is the difference between the two? The roasted grams are there. First, they are not destroyed. Second thing, they have the nutritive value. The third thing, they don't have the value to germinate the next generation. See? In the same manner, all these karmas, nirbiji karoti, they become important to begin the next life, to give the next life. Now, Bhagavan Shankara further explains, Nahi sakshad eva jnanagnihi karmani indhanavat bhasmi kartum shaknoti. See, jnanagni is not burning something and make into ashes all these karmas. Tasmad samyak darshanam sarva karmanam nirbijatve karanam iti abhiprayaha. So what is the meaning? Therefore, samyak darshanam, correct understanding. Sarvakarmanam nirbijatve karanam. So what is the correct understanding? Correct understanding is Ma karma phala hetur bhuhu. In the second chapter, Bhagwan told us, do not become the karma phala hetu. What is the karma phala hetu? Do not become the cause for the creation of the results. Now, what is that which creates the result of a karma? If there is doership, then it becomes karma. If any action is not associated with doership, it is merely an action and not a deed. It is no more a karma, it is only a kriya. And there is no kriya phala, there is karma phala. See how important it is. Therefore, tasmat samyak darshanam. What is samyak darshanam? When I come to discover that karmani akarmayaha pashet akarmani cha karmayaha sabuddhiman manusheshu, or brahmarpanam brahmahavi brahmagno brahmanahutam brahma karma samadhina. In this manner, he who have the right understanding about his being, there is no possibility of any karma thereafter created by him. Now, as a result, everything will be over. Now here some important point is brought out. Samarthyat yena karmana shariram arabdham tat pravutta phalatvat upabhogena eva kshiyate. Samarthyat means on the basis of this principle. Now what is therefore? This body has begun because of the prarabdha karma. And prarabdha karma is something like an arrow shot from the bow, or a bullet which has left the gun. No, nothing can be done. It has to be, therefore, upabhogena eva kshiyate. There is nothing that can be done about. Then what about the sanchita and the agami karma? So there are three karmas. The sanchita karma, totally accumulated karma for all the lives in the past. Agami karma is a karma which we are doing in the present, and therefore becoming the seed for the next life, that karma. And the third is the prarabdha karma, a part of the sanchita karma which is mature and fructifying in the form of the present life, in the present body. So out of these three, this prarabdha karma upabhogena eva kshiyate. Now this is the rule. Now once you accept that this is the rule, that if you cross the red light, you will have to pay the fine, this is the rule. And you cross the red light, and you are fined, and you complain. Now to such a person, is there anything worth talking about? When you know this is the rule, you have to observe. So what is our rule of life? All that is due. What is due for us in our life? Only two things. Sukham, dukkham, no third thing. Karma phala is only these two things, either joys or sorrows. So whatever sukha and dukkha has to come in our life, it will come. Because the rule is pravritta phalatvat upabhogena eva prarabdha karma kshiyate. Therefore nothing can be done about it. So accept it. What about the other? Ataha yani apravritta phalani. Now those karmas which have not yet started yielding the results, that means sanchita and agami karma. Ataha yani apravritta phalani jnanotpattehe prakritani, and those which are done before the dawn of wisdom, and jnana sahabhavini cha, and those who are done after the wisdom is dawn, atita aneka janma kritani cha, and those which are done in many last lives. So, atita aneka janma kritani, the total sanchita karma. Now, in the present life, the karmas which are done before the dawn of wisdom and the karmas which are done after the dawn of wisdom, so all these karmas, tani eva sarvani bhasmasat kurute. All those karmas are burnt away. That means those karmas will not create any impression on the mind, and therefore the mind will be free from any karma impressions. And when the mind is free from any karma impression, there is no birth. This is how the whole thing, to make it very simple. Actually, it is simple. Now see, on this table cloth, there are wrinkles. Now, these wrinkles, are these wrinkles like a pencil on a tablecloth or a book on a tablecloth? No. Tablecloth itself. Now, if the same tablecloth, we iron it very nicely, so where those wrinkles will go? They will go nowhere. Why? Because they are nowhere. Then why do you call them wrinkles? Because of intelligence. We are looking at the cloth and we are calling them as wrinkles. In the same manner, it is the truth alone, but that truth is called as I and not I. So this I and not I, these are the wrinkles on the mind. When these wrinkles are removed, there is no sense of otherness, there is no desire, there is no karma, there is no karma phala, and this ironing of the anatma bhava from the knowledge is called as the self-realization. This is all. Jnanagni bhasmasat kurute tatha. Therefore, what is the total understanding? The prarabdha karma, because of which the present body is taken, and whatever good or bad experiences are due in this life, they are bound to come. Nobody can stop them first. So be ready, be prepared. What is being ready and being prepared? Accept gracefully. That is the only way. Now, second thing, before the dawn of wisdom in this life, we have done something good and bad. And after the realization, we will do something good and bad. But both these karmas, which were done before the dawn of wisdom, that time I was there. After the dawn of wisdom, I has gone. And the moment the I has gone, the earlier karmas cannot be attributed to anybody. Like the ironing of the wrinkles, this small little doer I is ironed out. See? And the moment in this life I is deleted, there is no earlier life. See? How simple it is. If in this life I is not there, for that I, there cannot be earlier life. This is the meaning of bhasmasat kurute tatha. Yataha evam ataha, this being so, nahi jnanena sadrisham Pavitramiha vidyate Tatsvayam yoga samsiddhaha Kale natmani vindati Nahi jnanena sadrusham iha pavitram vidyate Sadrusham tulyam pavitram pavanam shuddhikaram iha vidyate. In this world there is nothing comparable to the knowledge as a purifying agent as knowledge. See, pavitram, this word is derived like pavitram is pavehe bhayat trayate yat tat pavitram. Pavi means the thunderbolt of the Indra is called as pavi. See, pavehe bhayat trayate, that means even the thunderbolt of Indra cannot create any fear in our life. And what is the most torturing thing in life is the fear. What is that? We really become fresh after we get out of the sleep, that during those few hours we were fearless. The fear is the load that we carry on our mind. Fear of death, fear of old age, fear of deception, fear of forgetting, fear of misunderstanding. See, I am afraid what I am teaching you whether you will understand or misunderstand. So continue to be afraid. See, therefore, the pavanam, shuddhikaram, this is one meaning. The second thing, how come the fear disappears? Because now we are no more mistaking ourselves to be an individual against other individuals. Because ekameva dvitiya neha nanasti kinchana is established. So, the highest purification is giving up not only the body identification, but giving up the jiva bhava, both. See how important it is. If we have this wrong notion that I am the body, or if we have this wrong notion I am the jiva, in both the condition we are the sufferers. And the moment we come to discover that I am the supporter of the whole plurality which appears, then there is no more purification than this. So, nahi jnanena sadrusham tulyam pavitram pavana shuddhikaram iha vidyate. In this world, there is nothing more purifying this. Tas jnanam, tat swayam, tas jnanam swayam eva yoga samsiddhaha yogena karma yogena samadhi yogena cha samsiddhaha sanskritaha yogyatam apannaha mumukshuhu kalena mahata atmani vindati labate ityartaha. Now that knowledge, the jnanam, swayam labhate, he gets himself. See, he doesn't get it from outside. But who gets it? Yoga samsiddhaha. Now which yoga? Two. One is karma yoga and second is samadhi yoga. Now see, very attentive, very subtle point. Karma yoga is helping you to purify your mind and weaken your doership. And samadhi yoga gives a final touch to the eradication of the sense of doership. It's two things. And therefore both karma yoga while we are living in this world, samadhi yoga when we are with ourselves. Therefore both of them are essential. So what this karma yoga does? Then raga dvesha is removed. the likes and dislikes are taken care of, impressions are not formed on the mind. This is what the Karma Yoga will do. What the Samadhi Yoga will do? The old habits will be destroyed by the Samadhi Yoga. And thus, by this two, Samadhi Yogena Samsiddhaha. Samsiddhaha means Sanskritaha. Sanskritaha means Yogyatam Apannaha. That means we have become qualified to know the truth. So many things are required. We thought, you told that Apichedasi Papebhya Sarvebhya Papakruttama. We thought we have got the highest qualification now. Over. We are due to get realization. So the teacher says, yes, you are qualified. Now you are admitted. Somebody gets admission in the IIT or medical college. Why? Because I don't have sufficient marks. I don't have understanding. Somehow I have with great difficulty passed the 10th standard in 10 attempts. And then I have got the qualification. I belong to a particular community. I get this certificate, that certificate. And accordingly, I am qualified to enter any college. Very good. I got the admission. Now the real tragedy begins now. Getting admission is not getting a degree or a knowledge. Then after admission you get, now you start studying. I don't understand anything. Then you get out of the college. So our qualification is Sarvebhya Papakruttama. Very good. We are qualified. Now start Karma Yoga and Samadhi Yoga. And by that, Sanskritaha Yogyatam Apannaha. And after having attained the qualification, now what is the qualification? Qualification is we are able to very clearly understand Karmani Akarmayaha Pashet. That is the qualification. That is the understanding. And who will be that mumukshuhu? He who is no more interested in this relative existence. Enough of this relativity. How long the same wretched lifestyle? Is there something higher or not? Are we in this world only to suffer? Are we in this world only to complain? Are we in this world only to worry? No. There is something higher. What is that higher thing? Celebrate life. When you start celebrating life, then you have started actually living life. Otherwise, everything we carry the load on our head as if we are responsible for the welfare of the whole universe. So, such a mukshuhu, kalena mahata, by long practice. It's not, okay, I will start. Like many people, they will sit for meditation and after the class, take them question. Swamiji, when I sit for meditation, you told that do the pranayam, but what happens, when I throw the air outside, my stomach, comes out. You told that you squeeze the stomach inside upward, then all the air will come out. But when I do that, what happens? The stomach comes out. Now what I should do? So I give a blow. Acha, how many times you have done? Swamiji, for the first time. Then have patience. Slowly it will come. Therefore, mahata kalena atmani vindati lavate ityarthaha. He comes to discover the truth from within. Therefore, if you remember, I told you, you get real guidance for your spiritual upliftment not from outside, from within. Every step in our spiritual practice is revealed to us, provided we are available to that revelation. And that is called as the Guru Tattva. Sadguru is that, not the outer one. Outer one is Asadguru because he comes and goes. Sadguru is all the time with us. He will guide us from within. So, Kalena Atmani Vindati. Yena ekantera jnana praptihi bhavati sa upayaha upadishyate. Now, that upaya, that one definite means by which we can attain this wisdom, knowledge, that is now being said in the 39th verse. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparas sanyatendriyaha jnanam labdhva param shantim achirenadhigacchati. Shraddhavan Shraddhaluhu labhate jnanam. The first principle. What is the qualification by which we definitely attain this knowledge? First qualification was papebhya pakruttamaha. Very good. That we have. Second thing is karma yoga, samadhi yoga. Okay, that we will do. Now, who will do the karma yoga and samadhi yoga? He who has shraddha, faith. If we say, I don't have faith in all that, then you don't do anything. See? You know what is shraddha? That which is not known, but accepted as existing. Then alone we can put efforts. Otherwise we will not put efforts. For example, we start our journey, and what is our shraddha? Our shraddha is our train will reach the destination. We don't know what is going to come on the way. So, if we know that this train is going to have accident, we will sit in that? No. We don't know, therefore we sit. And what is the strength? Shraddha. There was one man, he was boarding a plane and he heard, don't board this plane, don't board this plane. This plane is going to crash, don't. So he withdraws, he says, okay, I am not going. And then that plane crashes. Then again he is going somewhere by train, and again one day the same voice tells, don't go by this train, don't go by this train. This train is going to have an accident. So he doesn't go and the train meets with an accident. Then third time, he is going by a bus somewhere. Again the same voice, don't go by this bus is going to meet with an accident. So he doesn't go. Then he said, by the way, who are you? Constantly telling me and protecting me. Where were you when I got married? So, when we get married, we have shraddha. You know, that it will be happy marriage. But nobody has. No, I may have happy marriage. Therefore we get married. So, shraddhavan, shraddhaluhu, labhate jnanam. If we don't accept, although we don't know, we will never put forward efforts. So the first principle is shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Now, shraddhalutve api bhavati kaschid manda prasthanaha. There are people who have got faith, but they are manda prasthanaha. They are not inspired. I have got faith in God, and if He has need, He will guide me. See, faith does not make you lazy. Please understand this. Faith inspires you to live a creative life. So, Shraddhalutve api kaschin manda prasthanaha bhavati. There are people who have got faith, but they are not very committed. Therefore, aha ataha tatparaha. Tatparaha guru upasadana ado abhiyuktaha jnana labdhupaye. So, tatparaha means what? Tadvidhi pranipatina pariprashnena sevaya upadikshantite jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. So if one is really committed to this, then he will go to the wise person and ask proper questions. Sir, have patience, and in due time he will be taught and the knowledge will be revealed. Then he is tatparaha. Otherwise it is said, the Guru comes in our search. The other day I received one email. Swamiji, I got very short time. I am coming for only 2 weeks to India, and from US it takes almost 2 days to come there, and 1 or 2 days go only in sleeping because of the jet lag. So I am left with maximum 10 days. Now I am in search of Guru. Will you please give me few addresses where I can go and get some Guru? So imagine. This is our understanding. So here the teacher says, Tatparaha sayyatendriyaha. Like this on phone or this thing, nothing happens. So Guru upasadana ado abhiyuktaha jnana labdhi upaye. Now, Shraddhavan tatparaha api ajitendriyaha syat iti. So one may have faith, one may be very sincere, but the third problem is ajitendriyaha, no control over the senses. There is one brahmachari, very sweet, very sincere, and is the brahmachari of our Ma, Amrita Ma. And he has become so round because no control over eating. So when he was coming like this, so she told, you are walking as if you are 8 months pregnant and any time you are going to deliver now. See? Ajitendriyaha, no control over oneself. Therefore, it is said, ataha aha sanyatendriyaha. Sanyatani vishayebhya nivartitani yasendriyani sa sanyatendriyaha. He who has full control over his faculties, and they are no more reveling in the worldly objects. No more reveling. Now, evam bhutaha shraddhavan tatparaha sayyatendriyaha cha saha avashyam jnanam labhate. Such a person certainly, who is endowed with faith, with commitment and self-control, definitely shall attain this knowledge. Now, earlier it was said, Tadvidhi pranipatina pariprashnena sevaya. What about that? Now see how Bhagavan says, Pranipatadi tu bayaha anaikantikaha api bhavati maya vitvadi sambhavat. External approach, Tadvidhi pranipatena, doing great namaskar, pariprashnena, asking questions about the Brahman, sevaya, doing lot of seva, but this could be only hypocrisy. See, Bhagavan very clearly says, Maya vitvadi sambhavat. How true it is. Many people, when they go to the Mahatmas, do you think they go with Shraddha, they go with commitment, they go with self-control? Aha. Just many times we see the people approaching Mahatmas to examine, to evaluate, to find out. It is not about the truth. So the external expression, pranipat, pariprashna, seva, it can be maya vitvadi sambhavat. It could be only a show at the surface level. Because ati vinayat dhurta lakshanam. A person who is excessively submissive, be very careful. So, Pranipadati anaikantikaha, they are not sincere. So, natu tat shraddha vatvadav iti. But as regards shraddha, tatparata and sayyatendriyaha, there you cannot have hypocrisy. If you have got no shraddha, you have got no shraddha. If you have shraddha, you have shraddha. You can't say, I got little shraddha. No, then there is no shraddha. Therefore, iti ekantataha jnana labdhi upayaha. So therefore, this is ekantataha, definite, certain, the means for attainment of the knowledge. Kim punaha jnana labhat syat iti uchyate. Now after having got this knowledge, what next? Jnanam labdha param mokshakyam shantim uparatim achirena kshiprameva adhigacchati. He attains immediately on the dawn of wisdom param shantim mokshakyam uparatim. Para shanti means what? The param is the ultimate, and shanti means uparatim, reveling in the self. So it is firm abidance in the self is called as parashanti. See, uparati means what? Upa means near, rati means ramanam, reveling. So he is reveling very closely in his own being. Achirena kshipram eva adhigacchati, instantaneously. Means what? Our Swamiji Akhandananda used to give this example. How much effort and time is required for a wife to become a woman? Even less than that time is taken for the jiva to know that he is Parabrahma Paramatma. See how simple it is. Samyak darshanat kshipram moksho bhavati iti sarva shastra nyaya prasiddha sunishchitaha arthaha. So this is established according to the scriptural authorities. So, Sarva Shastra Nyaya Siddha Prasiddha, and this is in line with the scriptural approach. What is that? Samyak Darshanat Kshipram Moksho Bhavati. By correct understanding of your own identity, you are liberated. Now be attentive. You are liberated means what? You are not there. Liberation from I. This is the ultimate. In other places, it is the liberation of I, not from I. So, Samyak Darshanat Kshipram Moksho Bhavati iti Sarva Nyaya Shastra Prasiddha Sunishchita Arthaha. Now, Atra Samshayo na Kartavyaha. Papishto he is Samshaya. Now, don't doubt about it. What is said, don't doubt. What is the reason? Because samshayaha hi papishtaha. Papishtaha, like the superlative degree. Papi and papishtha. There cannot be more sinful than this fellow. So, ajnyascha shraddadhanascha samshayatma vinashyati. Nayam lokosti na paraha na sukham samshayatmanaha. Now there are three qualities with which we are destroyed effectively. In the last verse, three qualities were given, because of which we were established in the truth effectively. Which were those? Shraddhavan, Tatparaha and Sayyatendriya. Now there are three qualities by which we destroy ourselves. Which are those? First, Ajnyascha. Ajnyascha Anatmadnyaha. He who mistake himself to be the body of the jiva. Ajnyascha Anatmadnyaha. Then, Ashraddhadhanaha. He doesn't have faith either in the God or in the scriptures or in the Guru or in himself. He has no faith anywhere. ashraddhadhanaha. And third, cha samshayatma. If you don't have faith is one thing, and samshayatma have doubt about everything is worse. So these are the three conditions. Such a person, vinashati, is destroyed. See how true it is. How? Adnya ashraddhadhano api yadyapi vinashyataha tathapi na tatha yatha samshayatma. The one who doesn't have the shraddha and the one who is established in the notion that he is the body or the jiva, they are also destroyed, no doubt. However, the samshayatma, the doubting Tom, is destroyed very effectively. There is no chance of his survival. Samshayatma tu papishtaha sarvesham. The worst thing in life is doubt. And this doubt alone creates the whole turmoil in the universe. See, the other day, one lady spoke to me. Swamiji, these days I have started feeling, that he is, not the same what he used to be earlier. I have started doubting him. I said, on what basis? No, I think there is something wrong somewhere. My sixth sense tells me. I said, with the five senses you are miserable. Why do you get a sixth sense? Take care of the five senses, the sixth will disappear. And once that doubt enters in the mind, then everything is destroyed. Whether relations between husband and wife, whether relation between the guru shishya, whether the validity of the scriptures. How can Bhagavad Gita be told on the battlefield? And when it was told, Bhagavan Veda was sitting there with a shorthand or what? How it is possible? And when Krishna was showing that Vishwarup Darshan, and what other people were doing that time? They didn't realize that he is Sakshat Bhagwan, let us go back from the battlefield. How come only Arjuna could see Vishwarup Darshan, nobody else? I don't believe. And all these Pandavas, Kauravas, impossible birth. Everybody is an impossible birth. They are all biological aberrations. Draupadi, born out of fire. Naturally, she will create fire everywhere. See? I don't believe in this. Mahabharata is a cock and bull story. Now, if you have this kind of approach to Bhagavad Gita, do you think you will learn? Therefore, samshayatma papishtaha sarvesham. Therefore, it is necessary that we must not doubt anything in this world. One of my friends, he is no more. He became a Swami afterwards. He had worked throughout his life as an accountant. And he was defining who is an accountant. An accountant is one who doubts his left hand from the right hand. The more you are able to doubt, the more efficient accountant you are. Samshayatma vinashyati. Therefore, katham na ayam sadharanaha pi lokaha asti. Even this ordinary mortal world is also not able to give happiness to this doubting Tom. About everything he has got doubt. There was one foreigner lady, this was sometime in early 80s or late 70s. She used to come for taking food in the mess. And when she will come, they give idli either by hand or by the spoon or something like that. Keep away. And then she will take out the tissue paper And with the tissue paper, she will put that thing in her. And where was the tissue paper? In that purse where there were sanchita tissue paper. All the dirty tissue papers are there. That she'll take. I don't like uncleanliness. There may be some infection. If you have doubt, you can't even take food. Samshayatma vinashyati. If somebody is talking to you nicely, I don't know why he's talking to me so nicely. I think there is some, purpose. Some doubt has come. And the joy is gone. See? Your mind starts working. Suppose somebody doesn't talk to you, doubt has you. This doubt will not allow us to live in our life. When two people are talking, and by the time you are going, suddenly they burst in laughter. I think they laughed at me. See? There is no end to this doubt. Therefore, ayam lokaha sadharanaha api nasti na paraha lokaha. They cannot attain something higher because they doubt. I don't think there is something higher. Who has seen God? Who has gone to hell? Who has gone to heaven? Who says that there is again birth, again death? It's all a cock and bull story. We don't believe in this thing. And then they'll come and ask question. Have you seen God? And if you tell them yes, then show me. Like, when Bhagwan Ravana was asked this question, have you seen God? He simply kept quiet. Show me. An Australian came with a camera. This is in early 40s or maybe in mid 30s. Where were we that time? In other yoni, Tiryak yoni. So, when he came and he wanted to see God so that he can take a snap. So Bhagavan Anubhavananda nicely lying down on his couch, he started doing like this. The index finger moving. Now 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and he was so comfortable. Now that fellow got annoyed. Excuse me, you said you shall show me the God. Where it is? So Bhagavan said, I am showing you, but you can't see. What can I do? Therefore, samshayatma, if we have doubt about everything, we will never attain something higher. Where we put forward efforts? Where we have no doubt. If we have a doubt whether I will be reaching by this train or not, you will never get into the train. So, samshayatma na paralokaha na sukham asti. And such a doubtful person is always miserable. See, if you want to enjoy the bhel in Chaupati, what you require? You require doubtless knowledge that this is the cleanest thing in the whole universe. Then you can enjoy that. If you are got in doubt. But these bhaiyas from UP, these people, they are preparing, and I don't know, see, even their clothes are not. Whether the pot is every time washed, the same pot coming from generation together. What it is? The moment doubt comes in your mind, okay, you all eat, today is my Guruvar. But no, today is Wednesday. No, for me it's Guruvar. Isn't it? Doubt. So, na sukham, he cannot have bliss or happiness in life. Tatrapi samshayopapattehe samshayatmanaha samshay chittasya. So, a person full of doubt, he is never able to attain anything and he is never able to be happy in life. Tasmat samshayo na kartavyaha. See, therefore never doubt anything in this world. Never doubt. After having told this, yoga sanyasta karmanam ज्ञान संच्छिन्न संशयम् आत्मवन्तं न कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनंजय। योग संन्यस्त कर्माणं परमार्थ दर्शन लक्षणेन योगेन संन्यस्थानि कर्माणि येन परमार्थदर्शिना धर्म अधर्माख्यानि तम योग संन्यस्त कर्माणम। The one who has paramartha darshana lakshanena yogena, one who has come to discover his essential identity, for him there is no doership. When there is no doership, all the karmas are renounced. And because of the renunciation of all the karma by the paramartha darshan, by recognizing yourself to be the absolute reality, therefore the dharma adharma, all the problems of relativity are completely negated. To him yoga sannyasta karmanam, tam yoga sannyasta karmanam. So yoga sannyasta karmanam, karmani na nibadnanti. To him the karmas do not bind. First statement. So na nibadnanti goes with everything. Now second thing, jnanena atma ishvara ekatva darshana lakshanena. So yoga sannyasta karmanam, one. Then jnana satchinna samshayam. So first of all, paramartha darshana lakshanena yogena. Now second, jnana samchinna samshayam. What is the jnana? Atma ishvara ekatva darshana lakshanena. He has come to discover that there is no duality whatsoever between the individual and the absolute. So by this knowledge, samshayaha sanchinnaha, his doubt is completely erased. Now he has no more doubt about his identity. And when we come to discover our infinite self, there cannot be any desire. Please understand this basic point. Yada udaram antaram kurute atatasya bhayam gato bhavati. Even if there is an iota of acceptance of duality, there will be fear. When fear is there, there will be desire. Desire for the removal of the fear. And that desire will prompt us into activity. Therefore, Atma Ishvara Ekatva Darshana Lakshanena, by this, he who has Sanchinna Samchayaha, he who has denied, destroyed all the doubts, Yasya Saha Jnana Sacchinna Samchayaha. Now third, Yaha Evam Yoga Sannyasta Karma Tam Atmavantam. So in this manner, he who has given up all the karma by this understanding, what happens to them? Atmavantam. Atmavantam means apramattam, guru cheshta rupena drishtani. So he who has apramattam, guna cheshta rupena, he who is no more influenced by the modifications of the three gunas. He no more mistakes that the modification of the three gunas are his modification. Therefore, apramattam guna cheshta rupena drishtani karmani na nibadnanti. They no more bind him. Because anishtadi rupa phalam na arabhante he dhananjaya. Because for him, because there is no association with the three gunas, his understanding is guna guneshu vartante. His understanding is prakriti kriyamanani gune karmani sarvashaha. His understanding is karmani akarmayaha pashet akarmani cha karmayaha. His understanding is brahmarpanam brahmahavihi brahmagnau brahmanautam. To such a atmavantam karmani na nivadnanti, meaning the next life does not begin for him. There is nothing like again taking birth, etc. Now, after having said, now the teacher concludes, Yasmad karma yoga anushtanad ashuddhikshaya hetu ka jnana satchinna samshayaha na nibadhyate karma bihi jnanagni dagdha karmatvat eva Yasmad cha jnana karma anushtana vishaye samshayavan vinashyati. Because, Yasmad means because karma yoga anushthanat, by the karma yoga anushtan, by the practice of the karma yoga, what happens? Ashuddhikshaya. All the impurities of the mind are reduced. What is the impurity of the mind? Raga, dvesha, likes and dislikes. So, ashuddhikshaya hetuka, because of this, jnana satchinna samchayaha. Because of this, the knowledge takes place about the reality, and therefore, there is no doubt about one's own identity. And as a result, he na nibadhyate karma bihi. He is no more bound by the karma. And also because jnanagni dagdha karmatvad, by the fire of knowledge, all his karmas are burnt. Nirbiji karoti. And also because yasmacha jnana karma anusthana vishaye samshayavan vinashyati. And he who has doubt about this karma yoga, etc., such a person is destroyed for certain. And therefore, tasmad ajnana sambhutam rustham jnanasinatmanaha chitvainam samshayam yogam Atishthotishta Bharata. Tasmad, therefore, papishtham ajnana sambhutam ajnanad aviveka jatam hrustam hrudi buddho sthitam jnanasina shoka mohadi dosharam samyak darshanam jnanam tadeva asihi khadgaha tena jnanasina atmanaha swasya atma vishayatvad samshayasya. So, therefore, Tasmat ajnana sambhutam samshayam. All these are the adjectives of the samshaya, the doubt. Ajnana sambhutam samshayam. Second is hrustam samshayam. Where is the samshaya? Doubt. Doubt is not somewhere outside. It is in the mind. Then this samshaya, chitva, has to be totally cut into pieces. How can you cut the doubt? Jnanasina. Atmanaha jnanam. The knowledge of the self itself is the sword. So by the sword of the knowledge of the self, this doubt in the heart, which is born out of the ignorance about the self, is to be cut asunder. This is the meaning. So atma vishayatva samshayasya, because we have the doubt about our own self. Now see, he who doubts about himself, will he believe in others? One day one person asked, these ashrams, they continue, so much money they spend, where from they get money? I said, you people only give, these are the ashrams continue. Only by donation these ashrams run? I said, yes. I don't believe in this. I doubt very much. I said, okay, you tell me, how much donations you have given in your whole life so far? Hey, I don't give anybody anything. I don't believe in this. Now a person who has never given 1 rupee to anybody, he will always doubt somebody can give lakhs. So here, he who has doubt about his own identity, what will be his understanding about others? When I am not realized, how can be other realize? See? When I have not seen God, how can others see God? Therefore, Atma vishayatvat samshayasya. Samshay, doubt is always about the self. Nahi parasya samshaya parena chettavyata praptaha. And you cannot remove doubt of others. You have to remove your own doubt. Like, if I have the hunger, then nobody can remove my hunger by proxy. See, I am not feeling well, I am not coming, you take food on my behalf. No. I can bring your food on your behalf to the room. But as regards eating is concerned, you have to eat. So, nahi parasya samshaya parena chettavyatam praptaha. Somebody's doubt cannot be removed by somebody. Because the doubt is in our mind. It is not anywhere else. Yena swasya iti vishishyate. Therefore, here the teacher says, chitvainam samshayam yogam आतिष्ठोतिष्ठ भारत आत्मविषयापि स्वस्य एव भवति चित्वा एनम संशयम. Now this doubt, having destroyed, killed, removed, स्वविनाश हेतु भूतम योगम. So चित्वा एनम संशयम, after having destroyed this doubt, yogam आतिष्ठोतिष्ठ. Now what is the yoga? Samyak darshanopaya karma anushtanam. What is the meaning now? The whole meaning? Whole meaning is, don't have doubt about these two principles. What is that? First is the principle of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is when we are living our life in this world, Ishwararpitam Nechaya Kritam. This is the first principle of spiritual life. Normally, we mistake. Spiritual life means what? Only decorating with the different kinds of ornaments, that is spiritual life. No. Wherever we are, from there we have to start. The first practice of Karma Yoga. Now, what is the meaning of practice of Karma Yoga? Means our mind becomes purer and purer. What is the meaning of purer mind with reference to Karma Yoga? Now, worldly problems are no more able to influence our equipoise. Then we are practicing Karma Yoga. So, tulya ninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachit. These things will happen. We have to continue with that. Now, this is samyak darshana upaya, karma anushtanam. Now, what is the second thing about which we should not have a doubt? Second thing is the Samadhi Yoga. So just now Bhagavan has told us these two things are to be very, very clearly understood. See, Yogena, Karma Yogena, Samadhi Yogena cha Sansiddhaha, Sanskritaha. In the commentary of 38th verse. Tad Jnanam Swayam Yoga Samsiddhaha. Yogena, Karma Yogena, Samadhi Yogena cha. So we should not have doubt in these two approaches on the spiritual path. So simply sitting, nothing will help. And if we are unable to comprehend what is said by the scriptures, it is a clear understanding that our mind is not pure. In the impure mind, understanding doesn't take place. We may keep on listening, and after some time it becomes a profession. You know, there are many ashrams in cities where you get professional satsangi. They are so systematic, so methodical, so time bound that they are there in their chair. The Mahatmas keep on talking, they go back untouched by anything. Asangoham, 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 puna puna. Here Bhagavan is very clearly telling that samyak darshan upaya karma anushtanam atishtha kuru ityartaha. So Arjuna's problem was, he was considering himself to be the doer. How can I kill the people? I will be incurring sin. So to remove the doership, you have to do the job that comes to you. What was the job that came to you, Arjuna? Was to fight the war. So running away from the challenges of life is not spiritual life. Therefore, Adishta Kuru Ityartha, Uttishta Idanim, Yuddhaya Bharata. Therefore, Uttishta. So Arjuna may not get up and start running. Therefore, Yuddhaya. Yuddhaya Krutarishtayaha. Hey Bharata. Bharata means the one who is reveling in the wisdom, the knowledge. And in this manner, in this 4th chapter, Shrimad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Govindacharya Bhagavad Pujyapada Shishya Shrimad Shankara Bhagavataha Krutau Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Bhashya Brahma Yajna Prashamsanam Chaturtodhyayaha. This is the fourth chapter. And how this chapter is? That Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama Chaturthodhyayaha. This particular sentence does not appear in the original Mahabharata. This is called as Pushpika. This is attached by and attributed to Madhusudan Saraswati Ji Maharaj, who was the contemporary of Tulsidas Ji or Mirabai, that was or the Kabir Ji, that was the time. So, after reading every chapter, he has put it, because this gives the summary of the contents of every chapter. So, this is Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishadsu. It is nothing but the Upanishadic knowledge, and in the form of and it is therefore Brahma Vidya, not only Brahma Vidya, but the means to attain therefore Yoga Shastra in the form of Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. And the name of this chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, renunciation of karma in knowledge and wisdom. Thus the fourth chapter ends. Now we'll start the next chapter in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.